Welcome back to part 3 of the N64 Game Over series. I've got the next 37 Game Overs for you, so sit back, relax, and enjoy the Game Overs. We start part 3 with Extreme G2, and if you lose the first race, that's an instant game over. Up next is F-Zero X, another very quick and easy game over. Just fall off the cliff a few times, and in about a minute and 30 seconds, you've got yourself a game over. Unfortunately, F1 pole position 64 breaks the trend. You have to quit out of every single race, so this one takes a little bit over 7 minutes. Actually, it's closer to 8 minutes. Another Formula 1 game, another game you have to quit out of each race individually. At least F1 World Grand Prix loads a little bit more quickly, so this one only took 6 minutes. Our first soccer game is a terrible one. FIFA Soccer 64, at least, is a very quick and easy loss. Just lose the first match in tournament, and you don't win. Unfortunately, you have to lose quite a few matches to actually get a true game over in FIFA Road to the World Cup 98. But it's such a huge improvement over the first FIFA game. Getting a game over in FIFA 99 actually proved to be quite difficult. I decided to go with starting my own custom league and just losing to everybody once, because nothing else I did gave me any sort of game over. I was wrong about 2 things in FIFA 99. 1, there is an ending. And 2, it's significantly faster if you just get enough red cards to get ejected from every match. Fighter's Destiny is a very quick and easy game over. Just jump out of the ring and you lose. But don't push any buttons to try to make the timer go down more quickly, or you will continue the fight. Fighter Destiny 2 is exactly the same. Just lose the first match, don't press any buttons, and in under a minute, you get another game over. It takes a really long time to lose in Fighting Force 64, because the game desperately does not want you to get a game over on level 1, which is nice for everything that is not this challenge. Up next is Flying Dragon, another fighting game and another easy game over. Just don't win the first fight, and you lose. Thanks to an incredibly long intro, and being kind of overpowered for level 1, Forsaken 64 actually takes nearly 5 minutes to get a game over. Fox Sports College Hoops 99 is a disaster of a game. Thankfully, it has a code that changes the halves to only be 30 seconds long. But the less said about this game, the better. Oh, I also found this one really funny thing, and I don't know why this is part of the game. Getting a game over in Gauntlet Legends is incredibly quick and easy. Everything wants you dead, so if you don't counter-attack, you will die very quickly on level 1. I expected Gek-64 to actually go a little bit more quickly, but the amount of health you have in each life, and the amount of lives that you start with, ends up taking about 3.5 minutes to get a game over. Gex 3, on the other hand, doesn't even require you to enter a level to get a game over. There's a fireplace right outside the first level that will do the job quite nicely, saving actually an entire minute over Gex 64. We've got our third platformer in a row. Glover has a cliff in the first level, like right at the start of the level, so it's a very quick and easy game over. It's like Golden Nugget 64 was made for this challenge. All you have to do is go for the worst odds, and you're borderline guaranteed to get a game over. It only takes a little over 3 minutes to lose in GT64 Championship Edition, because it's another N64 racing game where you can just quit the races immediately. So I assumed there was no way to lose in Harvest Moon 64. So I decided on just wasting an entire day talking to nobody, sitting in the mountains and passing out. That is until I found out that if you just sleep for 9 seasons, you get a bad ending. There really isn't much to the Hercules: The Legendary Journeys game over. You sit through the opening cutscene, and then you stand in a fireplace until you die. Hexen has one of the fastest game overs. All you have to do is start on the hardest difficulty and let the first few enemies kill you in 45 seconds. There's no real way to lose Hey You Pikachu, so I just decided to not catch Pikachu for about a minute and decided that was good enough. Hot Wheels Turbo Racing is another N64 racing game where you can just quit every race. It only takes about 2 minutes to get a game over. The first few enemies you encounter in Hybrid Heaven can't actually do any damage to you. So you've got to go down a ladder and then find a few enemies that actually will do quite a bit of damage, resulting in a fairly quick game over. One of the easiest to achieve game overs is in Hydro Thunder. All you do is start a course and don't get any checkpoints, and in about 1 minute and 20 seconds, you've got yourself a game over. You might think that the best strategy for Iggy's Wrecking Balls is to try to get 4th place as quickly as possible. However, that doesn't actually result in a loss, it's just 4th place. But if you don't complete the course, that gets you a game over after 3 failed course cleared. This game's good, play it. If I started the timer when gameplay began, Indiana Jones and the Infernal Machine would be the quickest game over. Unfortunately, there's a lot of loading and menus to get through, but the gameplay is ridiculously short. Another N64 racing game, and another one where you can just quit every race. Indy Racing 2000 lets you quit right on the first turn though, which is pretty cool. Up next, we've got the first of the International Superstar Soccer series, International Superstar Soccer 64. And I said losing in scenario mode was good enough to qualify as a game over. International Superstar Soccer 98 is up next, and the same rules apply. I just found the scenario that seemed the quickest to lose in, and that's what I did. You're not gonna believe what I did for International Superstar Soccer 2000 though. It was the exact same thing. I just scored an own goal and lost as quickly as possible in scenario mode. Unfortunately, you can't just quit every event in International Track and Field 2000. You have to lose them. But a little over 11 minutes and you've got yourself a game over. Answering trivia questions incorrectly happens to be a specialty of mine, so Jeopardy was a very easy game over. I did feel like someone had to win though, and if everyone has $0 headed to Final Jeopardy, then everyone loses. And somehow it worked out that player 3 won, so we take those. What do you get for losing every race in Jeremy McGrath's Supercross 2000? Screen that says try again. It also takes like 20 minutes, so I don't really recommend this. Jet Force Gemini is actually one of the more aggravating games to get a game over in. You got 5 minutes of unskippable cutscenes. And then when you do eventually find enemies and you get a game over, you just start right back where you were. And finally we close with Ken Griffy Jr. Slugfest. Lose 4 games in the World Series and that's as close as you can get to a game over. Funny enough, my game actually crashed when this happened, but I was not willing to do another round, so that's good enough. And that's it for part 3. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.
Who's the man? Okay.
Okay, I didn't know where else to put this, but Fox Sports College Hoops has a pretty funny thing that can happen sometimes, where it tells you you're a real gamer.